Welcome to another episode of More Than a Barber. I am your host, AP. We're coming at you with another episode. Before we get into this one, I just want to thank every person that's been locking in, man. We have been having some great conversations, and you are a part of that because your comments, your shares, your likes is helping our community grow. And you already know this is an episode and a podcast that help inspiring barbers level up their career. We bring the best guests, and today we are the guests. I'm the host. I'm the guest today. Man, I just want to tell you, man, that we are almost done with 2025. We had some wins. We had some losses. We even had some wake-up calls. This is one of those years that it taught us that being behind the chair is not the only thing that's going to help us become a successful barber. But it also taught us that social media and networking and understanding that being behind the chair is one thing, but being more valuable in terms of how you network is a whole nother beast. And so as we go into a new year, because we're almost done with this one, how are you going to pivot? How are you going to take on a new year? What did you do this year that didn't work? What did you do this year that actually worked? Or what did you write down on 2025? That was something that you didn't get a chance to accomplish. That's the thing I want you to execute in 2026. And so you already know that I bring inspiring guests. Of course, shout out to Mo, who's not here today. We talk and we collaborate, but we really want this episode and we really want this community to take away some of the gems. You can cut 100 heads a day. You can cut 100 heads a week. But at the end of the day, being valuable is what matters most. The more valuable you become as a barber, as a content creator, as an influencer, the more leverage you have. If you're focusing on just how dope you can be as a barber, I think you're going to be limited. But if you focus on how valuable I can become, then that right there is going to set you apart. I like to say it like this. If you're doing what other barbers aren't willing to do, then that's going to separate you off the top. So put in more hours of being the best version of yourself as a barber. Like, put it in those hours, put it in that work. Like, it's almost like going to the next level is going to require a new mindset. Like, it's going to require more of a discipline. You know, a lot of barbers struggle with discipline. They struggle with, staying on top of what they say they're going to do. They start off good, and then when they start making a little bit of money or getting a lot more clientele, they fall off because what got them there started working. But what I want to challenge every barber that's watching today or even watching the playback to really lock in on being disciplined, being that barber that says, I'm going to lock in for 30 days. I'm going to lock in for 60 days and focusing on that one thing. I said this before and I'll say it again, that if you plant 10 seeds at one time, you got to water all 10 seeds. But if you plant one seed at one time, that's the seed you can lock in on. You have enough time to focus, watch it grow, watch it bloom, watch it blossom. And then once that particular seed blossoms, boom, on to the next. And so as we build this community, I'm going to come on here from time to time and give you some of these one-offs, man, just really encouraging barbers, because let's just be real. Like, you cannot do this by yourself. Self-made barbers, self-made millionaires, that's not a realistic statement. You got where you are today because of somebody else's help or because of somebody starting and you picked up where they left off. And so I'm telling you, in 2026, here's some takeaways that you can take away from this conversation. Number one, become more valuable. What does that mean? That means learn a new skill within the industry. If you don't know how to film, let's say for an example, film and editing, that's a skill. Learn how to film your cuts. Learn how to edit your cuts, because that's going to help you in other opportunities. Do you know, like, we get booked for filming and editing videos, and I'm not a videographer, but I just learned how to edit my own cuts, edit my own videos, which translates into other opportunities. So become more valuable, become more liquid, if you will. learning how to do more than just a taper or more than a ball fade. Become more valuable. I'm telling you, this is going to set you apart from the pack. Number 2, reverse engineer what you've already learned. What do I mean by that? Some guys are in a space where they're on top because they've mastered the taper. They've mastered the content. They've mastered, right, knowing how to, make things look good. But then that's it. What I'm asking you to do is take away what you already put in and say, you know what? I need to learn something else aside from what I already got going on today. I don't want to just be known as a dope barber. I want to be known as somebody that is valuable, that understands all markets within the industry, meaning I know how to cut straight hair. I know how to cut coarse hair. I know how to cut all types of hair. Become a Swiss Army knife. That's what I mean by that. Become a Swiss Army knife where anything that gets thrown your way, you execute at a high level because you put in the work and you've mastered what it is that we're talking about. Number 3, you may have to change your mindset. You may have to change the way that you view the barber industry. Let me tell you, some people think that I'm good off AI. I'm not going to use AI. I'm not going to use ChatGPT. If you are one of those individuals that's thinking like that while watching this, you might be cutting ahead right now. I'm telling you, if it's a tool that you can use, which everybody should be using AI, take advantage of it. Because some barbers will be replaced. Some graphic designers will be replaced. Some artists. Right now, they have AI artists that are already making money. They have, AI models that are already making money. And it's almost like a test run. And I don't think barbers will be replaced from AI, but some things that we do will be replaced. That's just what it is. And so in 2026, write out some goals that you can utilize within the AI tools, and then take full advantage of it. Those are the top 3 things that I would say, because as we go into a new year, you're going to need more than just your clippers. You're going to need more than just cut the dope fade. That's cool. And I'm not saying that that's not, something that you can have in your arsenal. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is the ones that are more valuable are the ones, that are literally getting booked. Create you a product. Create you a course. Whatever it is that's going to be beneficial for you. And the reason why I'm saying these things is because you can be at the top of your game by just sitting here saying, what am I good at? Or I'm said this way, what comes easy for me but harder for other barbers? And when you answer that, boom, that's your next lick. That's your next play. That's your next course. So write down, if it's not on paper, it's not a goal. If it's just in your head, it's like, all right, bet, I'm going to do this next year, and that's going to be that. If it's not on paper, ladies and gentlemen, it's not a goal. So I'm just giving you some gems today because I feel like 2026 is going to be a big year for a lot of barbers. Some of the barbers that's watching this now, or even talking amongst the barbershop, you probably been feeling like, man, bro, next year, my breakout year, I'm going to win an award, or I'm going to go to the biggest barber show, or I'm going to open up my own shop, or I'm going to open up my own suite. Whatever it is, now is the time to lock in. Drop that in the chat. Drop that in the comments. Like, if you really listening to what we're saying today, just say, yo, I'm going to lock in. I'm going to lock in hashtag 2026. Like, I'm so inspired as I'm giving you this game, as I'm doing this podcast episode in the studio. I'm so inspired for 2026. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know, what opportunities are going to take place, but I'm telling you that my goal is to become more valuable. I want to read more books. I want to rub shoulders with guys that are not only barbers, but that are business owners, that are content creators, and that are doing way better. They got more followers, more influence. If you're comfortable with being the sharpest knife in the toolbox, then pretty soon you won't be the sharpest knife. But you want to be in a room where when you walk into this room, they make you feel like you don't know anything. That's the room you want to be in. It's because they're going to make you feel like I need to step my game up. I remember going to a show and I saw the guys on the stage doing scissor work, clipper over comb. And it's not that I can't do the comb overs and all the latest styles with the shear work, but some of those shear works I couldn't do. Let's go keep it a buck. So I said, let me go back to the drawing board, and I need to put some more ammo right in my arsenal, because you got to be ready for any type of dog fight. That's what we say. You don't know who's going to book you for an appointment. You don't know. It could be a straight hair. It could be coarse hair. It doesn't matter. You don't know. But you don't want to be that barber that's only good cutting a certain style of hair. And so when I got into the room, I said, man, I got to go back to the drawing board, because if I don't step my game up, I'm going to get left behind. And that's what I'm telling you today. Make sure you become so valuable that you can do any style, you can do any cut, or you're not just a barber. You're more than a barber. You're a content creator that can film, that can edit, that can utilize AI tools, that can take you through the ropes. You're going to need it. I'm telling you. You're going to need to understand that AI is the new currency. Right now, we got young cats, older cats. We got people that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars because they're utilizing AI. If you are that barber that's saying, I'm too good for AI, I don't need that, I'm good where I'm at, I promise you, you already lost the race. And so 2026 is coming. I want every barber that's locked into the More Than a Barber podcast community to lock in. I'm telling you, lock in. The barber industry makes up of, I think I don't know how many billions, but it's in the billions. And there's 9 billion, I think it's 8 or 9 billion people in this world. Man, that's more than enough for everybody to eat 2-3 times over. I'm getting a piece of that. And so I'm trying to inspire you today. I'm trying to motivate you today. I'm trying to give you that game today, to really say, man, AP, man, he onto something. I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna lock in. Instead of doing 5 haircuts a day, I'm gonna do 10 haircuts a day. Instead of, passing out 1 flyer or 2 flyers, I'm gonna pass out 30 flyers. Or I'm gonna post twice a day, 7 days a week for the next 60 days. Whatever it is, become more valuable. Become more valuable. Promise you, as you're really thinking about what your 2026 is going to look like, add into that, I want to learn a new skill within the barber industry that's going to make me more valuable. I'm telling you, 2026, I'm coming. I'm coming. I don't know all of what it has for me, but I can tell you this, that you're going to see us, you're going to hear about us. And it's not a flex, it's not a brag, but I want to show our community that I'm not just telling you something just to say something. I'm telling you things that we're going to do. I've already got 2026 written down on paper. Like, I got some things on paper that I'm already working on right now in real time. And what better way to start early? What better way to get a head start on 2026 right now? You can start right now. So shout out to all of our guests for 2025. We've had some phenomenal guests, man. Man, who do we have? Man, we had Rio the Barber. We had Miss V. We had Game Changer. Who else did we have? And forgive me if you've been on our show and we can't think of you off the top of our head, but we had some phenomenal guests. Man, just look, I can't think of all of you. We're almost at 100 episodes, but thank y'all. All of the guests that's been a part of this community, y'all have, man, really helped our community grow. Man, shout out to Cole Cuts. Man, Cole Cuts did an amazing job. He killed it. Such a different perspective when it comes to the barber industry, but a dope dude, man. I just feel like the more relationships you build within this industry, that's a part of becoming more valuable. That's a part of becoming more of a person that is an asset. And I'm telling you, make those investments in your relationships in 2026. Make those investments. We went to BarberCon this year, man. We chopped it up with Popular Nobody. We chopped it up with so many barbers. I can't even think of all the barbers off the top, but I'm telling you, get involved, get connected, really get locked in and plugged in, because 2026 is going to require you being more than a barber. I'm telling you. So be more valuable. Be more of a person that says, I got to learn a new skill within the industry that's going to help me take what my cut game and take what it is that I'm doing to the next level. And I'm telling you, I got one more thing I'm going to share with you real quick. Master one skill that separates you from the pack. Okay, if you've already mastered your cut game, all right, bet. If you're known for being a dope barber, it's time to learn something else and be just as dope with cutting as you are with the next thing. I want to become a dope like videographer. I'm not trying to do a bunch of videography like projects, but I want to lock in so much that my content goes to the next level. That's what I mean. I'm trying to take my content to the next level. You know, I was thinking the other day, like, man, I'm just posting a bunch of haircuts, like haircut after haircut after haircut. But I'm like, after you've cut so many heads and posted so many videos of you cutting hair, after a point, you get burnt out, and you not even burnt out. I guess you could say you wanted to go to the next level with your content. And I'm telling you, hold me accountable. That's where I'm at right now. I want to take my cut game to the next level, but I also want to take my content to the next level. And so with that being said, I want you guys to hold me accountable, but I also want you to hold yourself accountable and get in a group where they're holding you accountable. If you say you're going to post more than once a day, get around people that's like, hey, bro, did you post more than once a day? Because I see you. I see you. Lock in. Like, lock in. So master another skill that's going to separate you from the pack. I like that because you got everybody over here doing one thing. Trends are cool, but trends fade. But when you master a skill, they don't fade. It doesn't fade. So master more than just becoming a dope barber. Master becoming a valuable person. And that's going to spill over into everything that you lock in with. Content creation, barbering, right? Shop ownership, suite ownership, whatever that looks like, right? Take what you do and be the best at that on your level. So I wanted to give you some quick game. I wanted to give you some quick encouragement, because that's what More Than a Barber podcast is all about. It's all about inspiring. It's all about motivation. We got some dope stuff coming. But today, I want you to lock in and say, man, did I even write down my goals for 2026? Some of you that's watching probably didn't even write them down. So I'm here as a reminder. Write your goals down. Do what you got to do for 2026, because it's coming ready, whether you're ready or not. I'm ready. I know my team is ready. I know, the guys that I've been talking to is ready. Big things are coming in 2026, and you're a part of that. But you've got to lock in today. This has been another episode of More Than a Barber, and I appreciate you locking in. Let's go.